Hi guys, so it's Vlog Monday time, and I first just wanted to start off by saying that after 2 weeks I'm actually feeling almost 100% better, if not 100%, most definitely like 95, 98%. So I know I mentioned this in a past video, but I actually had a really bad reaction to a medication that I was on, and I had flu-like symptoms for about 2 weeks. It's just been awful. I've been nauseous and dizzy mostly for like 24/7. It's been horrible. I've been overly fatigued. It's just been absolutely horrendous. So I'm actually feeling better for the first time in a really long time, and I'm just like really excited about it, so I thought I'd just tell everyone. And then secondly, I wanted to let everyone know that I'll actually be out of town this weekend. My sister is moving to Chicago, my younger sister, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm actually flying out to New York, let's see, this Friday morning, and then I'm going to be driving her out from New York to Chicago on Sunday. So I won't be back until late Sunday night. So during the weekend I'll be spending a few days at home with my family members, and I'm really excited about that as well. So yeah, so I won't be around this weekend, but I will be bringing my laptop with me if any SHWeddings clients do need to get a hold of me. Okay, so moving on to my Vlog Monday topic of today, and I have to warn you that it might be a little controversial. I'm actually going to be talking about cruelty-free cosmetics as well as parabens in cosmetics and skincare. So, just to give you guys a little bit of background, for the past month or so I've been really researching these topics a lot. A while back, Josh and I were watching this show on TV called 30 Days by Morgan Spurlock, I think, the guy that did Super Size Me, that documentary about fast food. And the particular episode that we were watching, well, basically the backstory of the show is two people with very different beliefs on a certain topic cohabitate together for 30 days. So it's kind of an interesting premise. And that week's specific topic was animal rights. And so a guy from West Virginia who was this hunter, meat eater, didn't believe that animals had any rights whatsoever, that their main purpose on Earth was to be hung on a wall or be eaten by humans, went to go live with a vegan family for 30 days. So it was rather interesting. And I never really thought about cruelty-free cosmetics and testing on animals. I know that's kind of awful for me to say since I'm 27 years old. You'd think at this point I would have at least, you know, been aware of the topic or researched it a little bit more. I kind of always was just like, well, no, I don't believe in animal testing. But of course, so many products that we use on a daily basis are tested on animals. So we were watching this episode, and they showed a clip of this dog that was in a lab, and he was hooked up to all these wires, and his head was shaved, and he had all these products going in and out of him, and it made both Josh and I tear up, and I haven't been able to get that image out of my head, and when I think about it to this day, I still get a little teary. So all I can ever think about now is our little Betty just being hooked up to all these wires, her not really knowing what's going on, and toxic chemicals going in and out of her body. It really shook me up. So for the past month or so, I've been researching specifically skincare and cosmetic brands that don't test on animals. And unfortunately, I found so many, especially drugstore cosmetics, that do test on animals. Now, I just want to start this by saying that I'm not judging anyone, I'm not trying to preach to anyone, this is just a decision that I've made personally, but I do feel like it's important enough for me to at least make a video about it. So I made the conscious decision to no longer purchase cosmetics and skincare products that have been tested on animals, and because that's going to be a huge process for me to kind of like overhaul all of those products that I do currently have, down the line eventually we will switch over to like household products that are not tested on animals, such as like cleaning supplies, laundry detergents, things like that. And then I don't know if we'll ever become fully vegan. That's a huge step to take. I'm not sure if we have the willpower to do it. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for us. So, after doing a lot of research, I went to the PETA website, and they give you these awesome lists of companies that do and do not test on animals, and I will link those down below if any of you are interested in hearing more about it. A lot of drugstore companies do, and I was really upset to see that. One that I was kind of surprised about was Aveeno. That's supposed to be kind of like more of the all-natural thing going forward as far as marketing. You know, their products are green, and it just kind of looks like a very environmentally friendly product, but they do a test on animals. So I can't use Aveeno products anymore, which sucks because I really liked their sunscreens. CoverGirl, Maybelline, and L'Oreal all use animal testing, which is awful because they also have some really good products out there in the drugstore. And then some high-end products that do, I think Lancome does. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but there is that list that you guys can refer to down below in the information box. And I was just really sad to see that. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but fortunately, a lot of the higher end brands don't test on animals. Some of my favorites like Urban Decay and Benefit Cosmetics, MAC, and basically the whole entire Estee Lauder brand, which includes MAC, Estee Lauder, obviously, Bobbi Brown, Clinique, all those people do not test on animals. So I was really happy to hear that. So basically the decision that I made was to just, everything that I do have that's tested on animals, use up, that I, basically use up all the product and then throw it out and then not repurchase it again from those companies. So it kind of sounds hypocritical because I'm still using these products that are tested on animals, but because I'm not independently wealthy, it would be a huge financial burden for me to throw away all those products and repurchase those products. So Josh and I kind of made the conscious decision to just be like, well, we'll use up everything that we currently do have, and then, once we use those products, we will just throw them away and not repurchase and purchase products that have not been tested on animals. So that is our stance on that. I know that most of you know that Josh is vegetarian. He is mostly vegetarian because of animal rights. He doesn't believe in cruelty to animals at all. He still does drink milk and eat eggs, but he does not eat seafood. And for the most part, I don't like to call myself vegetarian because I do eat seafood and I do enjoy the occasional steak every now and then. Again, I know that I sound really hypocritical, but I'm at least trying to make a solid effort in my life to make that positive change and eventually kind of just rule out all those things that are tested on animals, that maybe one day I'll be able to not eat seafood. That is my goal in life. So yeah, that's basically my long spiel on animal cruelty and testing on cosmetics and things like that. But I really urge you that if you are interested in cruelty-free cosmetics and skincare products and household cleaning supplies, all that stuff, to check out those links below. PETA does update those lists quite frequently, which I was really happy to hear. So you can basically stay on top of that stuff, I think on a weekly basis at least. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to quickly touch base on that just to kind of explain this new thing that's going on in my life. And if you guys have any suggestions or tips for things that are not tested on animals, I would really be happy to hear them. So anyway, moving on. The other thing that I've been really researching the past month or so are parabens in cosmetics and skincare. If you guys don't know what parabens are, they're very, very highly controversial preservatives that are put in almost all cosmetics and skincare. If you look on the back of any skincare or cosmetic product, you'll be able to see the word paraben at the end of a word. So you'll basically be able to see which brands carry parabens and which brands don't. So parabens, I'm sure if you guys just go ahead and type in parabens in cosmetics, you'll be able to find tons and tons of Google hits on it. Basically, they are known, well, not known carcinogens, but traces of parabens have been found in the breast cancer tissues. I read a study online that said that out of 18 out of 20 women that had breast cancer, they found parabens in those 18 women out of 20. A lot of cosmetic brands in the UK have banned parabens, I think, as well as Japan. They're just very, very highly concentrated. So on the flip side of that, parabens have found to be the safest preservative in skincare and cosmetics. So on the other hand, while I was freaking out about all of these parabens in my cosmetics, I was basically just throwing away all these things that had parabens in them. I was freaking out that I was putting carcinogens in my body, and I kind of made this spur-of-the-moment vow to never buy anything with parabens ever again. But then I did some more research and found that, well, if parabens are the safest preservative in cosmetics and skincare, if a product doesn't contain parabens, then what other chemicals are they putting in those cosmetics and skincare products? So that kind of got me thinking as well. And I don't know, the whole thing is very scary. Because on top of that, I started thinking, well, even if I cut out parabens, there are so many other toxins and chemicals in this world, it's almost impossible to avoid them. I mean, just exhaust from cars is a known carcinogen. The world is just filled with harmful chemicals and preservatives in food that we buy. So I kind of made this decision to just do the best I can with purchasing products that don't have harmful preservatives in them. I know that Josh is really into healthy eating right now. He's been been reading a lot of books about that. He's read The Omnivore's Dilemma, and he has me reading a couple of the books as well. So our pantry right now is pretty full of healthy food. We try to buy all natural things that don't have harmful preservatives in them. We shop at Whole Foods and Trader Joe's a lot now. So we're kind of trying to do an overhaul with our personal items as well. I made the decision, because you can't avoid all chemicals and toxins and parabens in the world, to just basically go to paraben-free skincare, and that includes deodorant, moisturizers, toothpaste included, facial cleansers, shower gel, shampoos, things like that. Things that are basically applied directly to your skin. And then everything else as far as cosmetics, just kind of play it by ear. Like if I have something currently that has parabens in it, which I know that I do, just use it up and then, reconsider repurchasing down the road. If it's a really unique product that I really love, I will probably repurchase even though it has parabens in it, just because at least I'm reducing the amount of parabens and toxic chemicals that are in my cosmetics, and so I feel like that's at least helping a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna just stop with my tangent right there on parabens, because you guys really can, even YouTube videos out there, they have so much information about parabens. You guys can go out there and do your own research and make an informed decision. But because I decided for sure to revamp my skincare routine, I did go ahead and research some products that I'm really happy that I bought. I did have to buy these products online, but I read a lot of articles and reviews of people who are really happy with this line, as well as YouTube beauty gurus out there that love this stuff. And so I did purchase some things by Beauty, and they are facial cleansers, moisturizers, and they have some supplements as well. And the main active ingredient in these is sea buckthorn berries. I don't know if you guys can see that in the bottle, but this is the balancing facial cleanser in the tube form. And they also have a facial bar, which is only $4.99. And I also have that. I couldn't bring it out and show you because I just used it and it's all wet and it'd be dripping all over the place. But it has rave reviews online, so I figured, well, for $5, you know, it's worth a shot. And I really do love it. I mean, I only got it on Saturday, so I've only been using it for a couple days, but so far I'm incredibly happy with it. And then I also got the Repair and Protect Moisturizer, which looks like this. And this is, I think, $19.95. It's a little expensive, but I mean, compared to high-end skincare products, this is nothing. The bottle is a little small, but it does have a pump. And you only need one pump for one application. It goes a really long way. So that's really good. I haven't used this facial cleanser yet. I'm kind of saving this just for traveling. That way I don't have to bring a big bar of soap with me when I do travel. So I haven't used this yet, but I'll probably use it this weekend when I go to New York. So I'll let you guys know what I think about that. But so far so good. I really like the Cebu products. I also had to switch my facial toner. I used to use Clinique, which had tons of parabens in it, as well as some harsh alcohols. So I got rid of that, and then I switched over to Burt's Bees Garden Tomato Toner, which actually smells like a garden of tomatoes, and it smells so good, and so far it's been really effective for me. I really like it. It comes in like this glass clear bottle, kind of like something that you'd find at like an old apothecary store or something, but so far I'm really happy with my new skincare product. Luckily, I use a lot of St. Ives stuff as far as like facial scrubs and lotions, and St. Ives is pretty much 100% natural. They're cruelty-free. They contain no parabens or sulfates, and sulfates just really dry out your skin. So I've been using still just St. Ives as a lotion and stuff, and I've been really happy with that. So I was kind of happy that was one thing I didn't have to like go out and repurchase. So St. Ives is really good. It's cheap. You can find it at the drugstores. I love it. So yeah. So that's basically my big spiel on cruelty-free cosmetics and skincare, as well as parabens. It's just this thing that's been taking over my life for the past month or so, and I feel really relieved to finally have made a decision about how I feel on those types of topics, to finally have my skincare routine that I'm really happy with. I don't know, for me personally, I just feel better putting things directly on my skin that are all natural and that haven't been tested on animals and aren't going to be harsh on my skin. So for me, I feel a lot better knowing that there aren't any parabens in my skincare products. But for cosmetics, because I usually, so as far as foundation for cosmetics and primer, I want to use paraben-free foundation and primer as well. I did purchase a new Urban Decay primer that just came out that's paraben-free, so I'm going to be using that. I haven't used it yet, so I'll let you guys know what I think of it. But I mean, as far as cosmetics and eyeshadows and blushes and stuff like that, I do own a lot of products that have parabens in them, so I'm just going to keep them for now, especially like my expensive MAC eyeshadows that I bought, they do have parabens in it, and I was like, oh, I can't return this, I love it so much. So yeah, so I feel like if I at least just put a barrier of lotions and foundations and primers on my face before applying color, I feel a little bit better. I know, again, that might sound hypocritical because you're probably thinking, well, if you don't believe in parabens, you should just completely not use parabens at all in your makeup. So I'm kind of just taking baby steps and slowly revamping things, and then, you know, as I use up these products, I will make decisions on my own about how I feel. So anyway, that's my huge long rant. I'm sorry if it was a ramble yet again. I'm tending to do that these days with these videos. I don't know why. But so yeah, so that's something that I've just been really passionate about. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I know it's Monday. I hope things get better for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.